Spooky Alan.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, if you've been on any social media or if you've walked through a store. I'll have to consult my calendar just to make sure, but I don't know if anybody's really talking about it yet. It's spooky season.
Oh.
Have you? There's a blurb. A lady in Fairfield, Ohio, has got her neighbors all in a tizzy. Fairfield's outside Cincinnati. And they think that she put her Halloween decorations up way too early. Now, for people who are really into Halloween, there is no such thing as having your Halloween decorations up too early. If it were most people into Halloween had their druthers, they'd have them up year-round. But this lady's getting complaints from all the negative Nancys in her neighborhood because she has a very extensive. It's nothing that seems especially explicit per se. You know, usually the complaints come from people who have like these really realistic displays on their front yard. You know, there's a headless body on the lawn, and the cops invariably get called because somebody didn't realize that it was just a Halloween decoration. But this lady, the news has come out, and it takes her a long time, and she's got cabanas and tents and all kinds of weird stuff because she just loves Halloween so much that she has to start because it takes her so long to get her decorations up.
You can see just a small glimpse of the display in Mary Ann Peters' yard. She puts this up every year for Halloween. She says it takes her more than 100 hours, so she always has to start the second week of August. She says this year was more important than ever she have that head start because her husband is battling cancer.
If I was disrupting somebody or, bothering people, I'm not. You could have came to me and said something like, hey, why? And I would have explained to him why I do it so early.
I like how it didn't occur to her that maybe she could scale it back. She's like, well, I have to start the second week of August because it takes me 100 hours. And if you're watching this, and I'm showing it to you, it's just a mishmash of it's not particularly well done. It's just, this is a woman who has essentially hoarded Halloween decorations and then vomits them out onto her lawn. And so it's, when you will go to a Spirit Halloween or a costume shop and they will have the generic cereal versions of popular intellectual property.
Yeah.
You can't get a Beetlejuice costume. You have to get what do they call scary?
Demon.
Yeah, scary ghoul, or it's not Freddy Krueger, it's Razor Hands.
Yeah.
That's kind of what she's got on her front lawn. A lot of knockoff costumes.
People don't know what's going on in other people's lives.
Mary Ann Peters lives on Byberry Street in Fairfield. She says for 7 years, she's been building and changing her Halloween display, Nightmare on Byberry Street, which is free for people to walk through and enjoy.
Every year, my friend here changes. This year, he's carrying a skeleton. Last year, it was a clown.
Peters says the city contacted her twice this year, saying people had complained about her display.
It broke my heart, really made me upset that somebody would, because all my neighbors come and try to help me if they see me out here.
Peters says the city says she isn't doing anything wrong and she can keep her decorations up. She says they did suggest that maybe she wait a week or two later for setup, but Peters says she needs even more time to put this all together than she used to.
My husband was diagnosed a year ago with cancer, so he can't do as much after his chemo treatments. He's usually down for 2 weeks.
Peters says she puts in over 100 hours a season to do this, just for kids like her niece Zoe.
The kids enjoy it. I love watching the little kids go through.
I mean, there's no rhyme or reason to it. You know, she's got Freddy Krueger in a kayak.
It's all just kind of a mess.
Yeah, it's just thrown out there onto the lawn, and that somehow takes her 100 hours. But it's free.
Because there's so much of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's free. That's what I'm saying, though. Listen, you do what you want.
You don't remember the classic Freddy Krueger kayak scene?
No. Oh. Freddy Krueger, they have those crossover films, and they had Freddy Krueger and The River Wild with Kevin Bacon.
That's a great movie.
And Meryl Streep. That is an underrated film.
I just watched it a few weeks ago with
Did
my
you really?
girlfriend. Yeah.
Love The River Wild.
And Yeah, it's a very intense movie.
It is. And if you've ever gone whitewater rafting, have you ever gone whitewater rafting?
Yeah.
It's heavy duty, boy. Even on
I hated it.
Really? I loved it.
I thought it was terrible.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
I
hard.
thought it was thrilling. I was
It's
terrified.
fun, but it's
I thought it
hard.
was thrilling.
It's not my kind of fun. I don't like, I don't know, that kind of thrill-seeking stuff to me is just not a good time.
I mean, I don't consider myself a thrill seeker, so that to me was kind of the, I'm not base jumping or I'm not an adrenaline junkie. But we did it for my brother-in-law's bachelor party, and it was a lot. It was in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and it was a lot of fun.
I don't know, maybe it was because I was doing it in Boy Scouts and I just hated Boy Scouts so much that
You did it when you were a kid.
I mean, teenager. Like,
Okay. I thought maybe as an adult you went and didn't like it.
no, I've never wanted to go as an adult. It's the same thing when people are like, oh, I love camping. I'm like, have fun, man. I'm not going. I'm sleeping in a bed.
I know you're an indoor cat,
Yeah.
but
Listen, I like the outdoors, but I don't like whitewater rafting. I don't want to, I don't know. I like to be able to have the separation between inside and outside.
understood. Mary, you've gone, though?
I've gone not like crazy. Actually, no, I've never gone whitewater rafting. I've gone like kayaking on a river.
Well,
That's
yeah.
fine.
That's
Yeah.
low key.
I
though.
like
Yeah.
that.
No, like on
That's
like a,
chill.
like a rough river, but
Yeah.
not like the crazy. I haven't.
Whitewater rafting is a lot of fun. I mean, kayaking's great, too. But that is very low key.
I am much more
Get out in the Rocky
into,
River
like,
and just,
like a float trip going down the river. That I'm all for. But the like getting whipped around and knocked out of the boat and all that stuff, and like everybody, you might smash your head on a rock, might drown. Not my
Well,
thing.
you're wearing a vest. I mean,
It's still-
the
you can
guy
still
tells you like, "All right, this side now, you got to go," and
Yeah.
it's a group effort. I think it's so fun.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Not for me.
But if you're in this neighborhood, listen, say what you want about this woman and the time she's spending or whatever, but I never understand like the neighbors who complain to the cops. Like, what do you think? She's messing with your property values or what? Are you trying to sell your house?
People are weird, man.
People are weird, aren't they? I'm going to put that in Mary's.
Put it in there.
People are weird.
But what do you?
Jim
we came up with
Morrison
name
put
with
it a
that.
different way, and it escapes me at the moment, but I'm pretty sure it was pretty close. Alan, I have my Halloween decorations up since the week before Labor Day.
Dang.
If they can put out Halloween candy, we can put up our decorations. Well, again, you do you. I'm not taking my cues from the retail sector. I mean, they put up Christmas crap, right after Labor Day. So I'm not putting my tree up first week of September. But, there are people that have Christmas stuff up most of the year. It's just that sort of lends itself to more, I don't know, it's more like, maybe strange lights or something like that. But yeah, if you're I can't ever recall complaining about something that didn't affect me directly to like a neighborhood group or the cops or something. Hello, my neighbor has Halloween decorations up. And, isn't it early? Probably. What do you want us to do about it? Could you go over there and talk to her? What do you want me to say? That her decorations are up too early? All right. Use of taxpayer dollars, ma'am. You see the British electronics store ad that's going around? It says, letting your Gen Z colleague write our marketing scripts.
No.
And the guy, it looks like a British version of Best Buy. It's called Curry's. And they're just using all of this like current slang. Again, I love slang because I always think that slang is a grade A level troll. You're not going to talk to a kid who's using skibbity toilet. But it works its way into kind of popular culture to the extent that you throw it in there and people laugh. But this guy just basically uses all kinds of slang as he's describing things going on in the store.
It's a Brat Summer at Curry's, my guys. Our offers hit different AF. This microwave ate and left no crumbs. If you've got the guap, a pizza oven is peak flex. These are giving me life. No gas in.
No gassing.
What is no gassing?
No,
Like a
I
lot
have
of this
no
I get,
idea.
but no gassing.
No lying, maybe?
No, yeah, and
So no cap is now no
Yeah, it's
gassing?
kind of no cap, I'm guessing.
Oh.
Because, like, I'm not gassing you up.
So no cap's done.
I don't know.
All
Dude,
right.
Don't ask me.
I know,
I
right?
have no
That's,
idea.
yeah.
Go full brat summer and drag all your friends who only own fugly barbecue units. It's serving. Need a new phone? I'd bet. Say less. This one's bussin' skibbity toilet riz.
See, work these into your conversation. If anyone, first of all, Gen Z, the high end of Gen Z is 27 years old, right? It's almost 30. So I know people use Gen Z as like shorthand for weird slang. That's more Gen Alpha. Skibbity toilet and riz.
Yeah.
That's the kids younger than that.
Yeah, that's
It's like 12-year-olds and stuff.
my girlfriend's got a 17-year-old niece that lives with her, and then her daughter is 14. And her niece is technically Gen Z, and her daughter is Gen A. So they
Gen Alpha.
they have the Gen Alpha thing, and so they're in different generations. So I'll troll them a little bit with this kind of language. Where
I love it.
Like, we were at Dave and Buster's last week, and one of them won something. I'm like, hey, skibbity toilet.
Oh, my God.
Nothing will make something. That's
like
what I
a
love
two
about
thumbs
it.
up. That's pretty skibbity toilet right there. And they're just like, oh, my God.
I like.
Get away from me.
Yeah.
Yes, because what you're doing is the slang that they might actually be using, you're murdering it in front of their eyes, which is the best part. Hey, skibbity toilet, huh? Riz. You got some riz, son.
And the WhatsApp access is sending me. Look at the way he hoovers. Very understated, very subtle, very mindful, very demure. This air fryer is the GOAT. On point cash with that low-key drip to have all your guests saying, yes, slay
Yes.
queen, he cooked. Our returns policy is on fleek, Brev. Don't believe us? We got the receipts.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
I know. On fleek. So it's really kind of all over the place because that's a couple of, that's like a long time ago.
It's a few generations ago.
Well, maybe not that far, but your skibbity toilet riz. That's a whole other thing. There was on TikTok, if you can find it, I forget what the guy's name was, but I probably played it for you last year. There was a teacher who was making up slang. I think he was like a junior high or high school English teacher, and he was making up slang words and using them with the kids, and they'd kind of give him this look, and he'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, you don't know these words? And then he's like, and then you see them
Start using them.
picking them up like breadcrumbs and throwing them in. Of course, unfortunately, I read a terrible, terrible article about Ohio has no riz. You want to talk about slang?
Oh,
You know, Ohio,
Ohio's slang.
the word
Yeah,
means lame.
yeah. It's very Ohio.
You have no riz.
Mm-hmm.
Very Ohio. Skibbity toilet, Ohio riz. It's lame. There are 50 states, and somebody glommed onto Ohio, and it's being used as shorthand for not good. Not good. Toilet, we already know is bad, right? Skibbity. It's just somebody made that up on YouTube, and then other people thought that it was something else. But so Ohio Riz means you have none. It means you're mid.
Oh, no.
At best,
Guys.
you are mid.
Mid's great. I watched Greg Fitzsimmons' new special. Mid's great. That's what he said. Aim for the middle.
Yeah. It's a funny hour.
That's great.
Yeah.
He's
the best. I got to take a break. Hey, want to go see Sum 41? Those guys are on their farewell tour. It's called the Tour of the Setting Sum. And they're bringing the Interrupters with them, who are also awesome. And they're going to play out there at Blossom. Not far off, September 15th. That is a Sunday night, 1 week from this Sunday, in fact. So I'll hook you up with those on the way back. 351